What are some strategies that you can use to have better, more effective communication between HR and manufacturing supervisors? Hi, I'm Kirk Langford, the General Manager here at Unique Training and Development and Frontline Leadership Systems USA. There's a myth out there that really HR executives should only really be communicating with plant managers about HR-related issues. If it's not HR, get your nose out of it. What we know, though, is that that's not true, and it's a myth. The fact is that a study by the Society for Human Resources Management actually found that HR executives who take the time to collaborate with frontline supervisors are more likely to be viewed as strategic partners and are more effective in achieving their goals. You know, in a big organization especially, it's quite easy to become siloed. When that happens, we start to see each department sort of moving away from each other and from the overall goal of the organization, instead of moving together and toward that common goal. We start to see that misalignment because everyone's developed their own tunnel vision and starts to make their own goals, projects, and procedures that don't necessarily align with that primary vision of the organization, and even worse, may go against that organizational mission or goal. So, what can you do to ensure alignment between HR and manufacturing and ensure that there's good communication and collaboration? Well, the first one is to encourage communication between all departments, not even just HR and operations, for example, but across the organization. It's easier to fix and identify problems, identify misalignment of priorities or of goals, and to find new ways to collaborate when there's open and frequent communication across the organization. Imagine being told to collaborate with a department, but you're not allowed to talk to them. It's basically impossible. So let's encourage open communication between all departments and between all roles. Now, the next thing you got to do, tip number 2, is to create opportunities for that interdepartment communication. Whether it's brainstorming sessions, organization-wide events, or meetings, you got to provide opportunities for the different departments at different levels of management, from our frontline leaders all the way up to our top management, to collaborate and share ideas. In our training sessions, we refer to that as letting the wisdom float to the top. You've got to put people in a situation where they can be together in order to allow that wisdom to get to the top. Our third tip is to ensure you clarify the purpose of the HR department. Often we think of the HR department as the place to go when there are problems, and they just are there to sort of put out fires and solve issues that have already arose. But it offers way more than just troubleshooting complex people issues. If employees can understand that HR is there to help ensure that the people in the organization have the skills and support that they need to achieve the goals and mission of the organization, after all, that's what HR is there to do, it becomes less about contacting HR only when there's a problem or when there's a fire to put out, and instead about being more proactive in engaging and bringing in the HR department into situations. Now, those are 3 tips to get you started, but after you work through those 3 tips, you're going to have some other skills and ideas you're going to want to work on with your organization, and that's where we come in. Here at Unique Training and Development and Frontline Leadership Systems USA, we would love to work with your organization, identify topics and modules that would benefit you and your organization's leaders, and then get a program in place. Whether it's on-site, in-person, specific for your folks, whether it's through our public workshops, which we have both in person as well as virtually, through our amazing virtual training studio here, or whether you're looking to do some on-demand training through our Frontline Leadership On Demand program. Learners can do it when it's convenient for them, any time of the day or night. All they need is an internet connection. We are excited to discuss what your training needs are. Contact us today to find out more.